Elodie sends her regards.
Where we're not that good at this, you don't have to be either. My name is Joel, and I am your host for this adventure. Not your DM, just a host, and sometimes a player.
But a very important role, too,
Totally
Joel.
important.
2 or 3
More
roles.
important than DM.
In fact. Sitting at my table with me are my 3 and only friends. Actually, only 2 of you are really my friends, and we'll let you guys guess who they are.
Who could it be?
First up is we got Wallace, the beast himself. Wallace, welcome here, buddy.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, Beast. Good
Glad to have you back. Sitting beside Wallace, we got Mr. Nick. Nick, how you doing today?
I'm fine, as usual.
Good. Glad to hear it. Neutral, just straight in the middle.
Straight shooter, right down the middle.
Just like it intended. Sitting beside him, Kris. We're wearing the same shirt today, Kris.
We are, actually, except yours has a pocket.
That's true.
Mine doesn't have a pocket.
That is true. Man, if this is riveting video, if we had cameras in here.
Oh,
it'd
you
be
could see
crazy.
our matching shirts with and without pocket.
Kris, welcome here. And my name is Joel. And we're going to get another episode going. Episode 14 today.
The big one for
Not
14.
including the ones that we split up into a couple parts.
Hey, Wallace, you notice that the 2
Because
married
we found
guys
out they were
dressed the
too
same?
long.
Yeah, our wives.
Of course they did.
This is...
All right, well, they dressed us by
Let's-
saying, are you
I'll be
wearing
honest.
that?
I think it's so cute.
That's hilarious. As Nick says through tears. So before we continue on, I'm going to throw it over to Kris. We're going to do a lore drop.
Lore drop. Dropping some lore. So today we're going to touch on something that has come up a little bit throughout the sessions. We are talking about the diversity of humanity on Atrothia. So on Atrothia, humans are split into 11 distinct peoples, each of which possesses their own regional dialect language, as well as their own culture, own physical characteristics, and their own typical alignment. And while I could talk for hours about all of those things, I'm just going to talk about what are those 11 cultural groups and what are their population centers in the world of Atrothia. So going alphabetically, we have Anubian people. So the Anubian people live primarily in Merchant Sand. The Atrothian cultural group, as one of the more by far the most populous one. They are found in the Isle of Carlathane, the Melistaran Alliance, and the Perthian Union. The Cordian people are found in the armed nations of Cord and Morkeld, as well as the Rhinewind Valley. The Coda people are found in the Traghorn Wastes and Whitecross. The Colite people are found exclusively within the blighted lands of Zer-Kol, the homeland of Zirnoth, god of corruption. The Lexiconians are actually found on Lexicon Prime. It is a different planet that is accessible through the World Well, a very important site of power in Atrothia. And Lexiconians really only come to Atrothia to do cultural exchanges and investigate this phenomenon that they have on Atrothia called magic. There's the Mogan people, who are found in the aptly named Mogan Wildlands. The Nabwali people, who are primarily located within the Fire Islands. The Resian people, who are found within the Grecan Empire. The notorious and everybody's favorite at my table, the Trenian people, who are found in the Trenian Empire. Everyone at the table just rolled their eyes.
Bunch
when I
of
said
stuffy nerds.
They're awesome. Fun fact, they also speak Common, but they have a specific variation that makes it harder for non-Trenians to speak.
Yes. Hoity-toity Trenians.
And then there's the Yokaigan people, who are from the Imperial Kingdoms of Yokaigan. And that is our daily lore drop for today. With that, we will pass it along to Wallace the Beast for our session recap from last time. Wallace, take it away.
It begins with the two remaining party members, Gaius and Scarlet, debating what to do with Kurgan. They knew they couldn't do the raid without him, so decided to race to Elodie's to get a potion to help. Using the swiftness of his wolf form, Gaius made it there and back in mere minutes. Meanwhile, Flickerwick, the mysterious lantern archon, appeared before Scarlet to offer aid. The potion Gaius returned with was able to cure Kurgan of his compulsion. The party resumed its delve deeper into the basement, into the foul site known as the Devil's Den. Within, they found the dockside devil herself, Malina Ilsbeth, in company of her pit fiend minions and the imp Blathmus, threatening the life of a hostage. After Gaius' negotiations and Scarlet's threat, a bloody confrontation ensued, leading to our heroes' eventual victory. Will our heroes be able to rescue the captives before the pit fiend reinforcements arrive? And what clues can be found in the Devil's Den?
Oh, crap. I forgot about that. We have to get out of here before the... You know what?
No
Don't forget,
dawdling.
there's a timer.
I forgot. We're on that. But we don't have to worry about that.
Is there like a timer in the top right corner that we can just...
That slowly counts
Yeah.
down.
Yes, and then we know?
Yeah,
Unfortunately not.
No, it doesn't work that way?
Nope.
Okay.
it should.
It's not like a video game?
Nope.
It should work
Not
that
like
way.
a video game. You could do skill checks to try and guess how long might be left based on the information you had, but you guys didn't really focus on any of that info, so that probably won't work out very well. You know what? You know who would know? Blathmus. Oh, wait. You killed him. Poor, innocent Blathmus the imp.
He's got a point. Are we the bad guys? No, we can't be.
Well, Flickerwick was very, very concerned that you dispatched the imp.
So that's good then. We're good, guys. See, we're good. With that, we'll pass it over to Chris. Let's start playing.
We find ourselves on Davrin the First. In the middle of the night. In fact, we're so late that it might even be Davrin the Second by now.
Ooh.
So we find ourselves deep into the night on a limited time we have before the reinforcements of the Pit Fiends arrive. We currently have our party looking to be divided in two. We have Scarlet Carson, who I believe was going to be heading back into
The office.
the Dockside Devil's office.
Yeah.
The Dockside Devil's office to scour the area for clues. And on the other side, we had Kurgan Thunderhowl wanting to make his way upstairs and collect all of the captives. Gaius, I believe you also were discussing going upstairs with the rest of the captives, or are you going to continue the investigation with the Dockside Devil? Into the Dockside Devil.
I think Gaius was focusing on releasing prisoners.
Okay, so Gaius is going to be working on releasing prisoners. Kurgan is going to be working on healing said prisoners.
100%.
And I believe you also wanted to make sure no one was going to leave without you. You want to make sure everyone leaves.
Yeah,
at the
we
same
want to
time.
leave together. Like
Yes.
when kids in kindergarten go on like a field trip,
They all got to hold the rope.
they all hold the rope and
Yep.
stuff. Yeah, that's what we're going to be like.
Okay, and then we got Scarlet Carson, who is doing investigation as best she can.
Yes. Sir.
Okay, Flickerwick, he says, well, seeing as it seems you have everything under control here, I'd best go report to my master. Shall I deliver a message for you?
Can you help me find the manifesto first?
So he flares a little bit brighter than before. And he says, I'm not sure what we're looking for. But sure, I can help with that.
Any sort of documentation, papers, books.
Very well.
Notepads, journals.
Okay, so we will begin with Kurgan Thunderhowl and Guy Spainbridge upstairs. So anything I need to know that you're doing out of the ordinary?
Well,
What do you do when you go upstairs? Also, the room that you just came out of, where you defeated the Imp Blathmus, has a number of...
Where's that from?
I think it's from your pad.
Oh. If Wallace found some fluff and put it in his big burly beard.
It goes quite nicely,
It's
actually.
very nice.
It's something I imagine a dwarf would have hanging in his beard.
Tall dwarf.
Just got to braid it in there.
So we have the basement captives, less the hostage that was murdered. The basement captives largely are just affected by drugs. They're not bound in any way. But all of the ones upstairs are all bound. They're all shackled. So what do you plan to do with said shackles? And or what are you doing to them?
Let's see if we're worried about them running away. Do I have a sense that they might book it if I release them? Because we don't want them to leave just yet, correct?
It looks like, for the most part, everybody is... well, give me a sense motive to get a good idea. Just at a glance, you would say that everybody... No one's really very alert, per se. It looks like whatever they've been giving them has kind of toned them down a little bit. Not to the degree of the people in the basement, but at least so that they're not quite as loud and things of that nature.
16.
I mean, there is a lot of moaning and groaning going on upstairs still as people are in their stupors. So you get the feeling that probably about half the people are like completely coherent. The rest of them are either sleeping or look like they're passed out.
Okay, I'm going to start using crate water to try to get them some water into them.
Okay, so there's a lot of barrels and stuff around, so you could easily do that. Are you just going to leave them chained to the beds?
No, I'm gonna try my best to try to find keys or something. Maybe it's in a lockbox
Okay,
or hood
give me a
peg.
perception check. We'll see what you can find.
Perception. 12.
So it looks like upstairs
In the catwalk?
there are no lock boxes or anything like that you can find, really. It was 12 you got, right?
12, yes.
Yeah, no, you don't see anything. Bunch of manacles, everyone's locked up, but you don't see a way to get them out of them. Other than the obvious of smashing them. What about you?
Yeah, which might
Gaius?
hurt them, right? Like,
Yeah, it very well could.
So I'll ask if Gaius can help me maybe find the keys.
You going to call down the stairs?
He's in the basement.
Oh, am I alone upstairs?
You're upstairs with the chained up people. He's in the basement with the drugged up.
Okay, sorry. I thought I was with Gaius.
And then Scarlet is heading into the office, into the
Which is down
her
here?
her quarters, her chambers on the bottom level.
Yeah.
The
Then
basement.
I'll just try my best to heal them.
Okay, so you giving up his search, he does his best to heal people. Do you have a heal check? Or are you going to use a spell to do so? A lot of people to use spells on.
I know. That's the problem.
We don't need them anymore.
I know.
Our day is over.
And no fist pumps. I have no... I'll do a heal check.
Okay.
Man,
Give me a
you're
heal
the
check.
best man for the job.
16 heal check.
Okay, so you go around and you're going to spend your time helping who you can with your heal check.
Yes.
Hey, wait a minute.
You guys did
That's not a
previously
wolf.
find a storeroom that had some stuff in it, including a healer's kit, so you could easily start using that to assist people as best you can, giving them treatment.
Yeah.
Gaius, what are you doing in your room you're in?
All right. Well, I'm going to be trying to get these drugged up people, see if they're capable of standing and walking on their own.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
All right, with a big old 4 on the die, that'd be a 6.
You don't think so.
They have
You
no
think
legs.
you need someone a little bit more skilled with potions or poisons or healing to try and help them. Despite your best efforts, anyone you try and pull out of the bed, they quickly just lie back down in it.
All right.
And stroke or caress you as you come close.
All right, you have to rethink this approach then.
I just picture as Scarlett's looking through the office, I just see Gaius like pick up somebody's arm and it just drops back down to the table and he's like, didn't see that coming.
Stroking his big old wolfy beard. I don't know what to do here. Okay, so while you guys are continuing about that, Scarlet and Flickerwick are going to investigate the Dockside Devil's room. Okay, so Flickerwick gives you a +2 with an aid.
Okay, so that's a total of 16.
Big 16. Okay, let's see what you find with a 16. So you're not looking at anybody, you're looking at the room, right?
Yeah, I'm specifically looking for a manifesto, but if I see anything like no, I don't even know if she would loot.
So at a glance, as you survey the room with your perception, you notice that there's a full alchemy lab. There's also a large store of vials. There's 40 of them that are on the desk where the lab is. You also notice on her desk on the north side of the room, she has a locked drawer.
Okay.
You also notice that there's a footlocker beside that, also locked.
Is it bolted to the floor?
The footlocker?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
I'll call over to guys. No, you know what? I don't think she would. I would be more concerned at just getting the manifesto. So she's gonna. Oh, what's she gonna do? Guys, do you know how to pick locks?
No, but I can hit it with something.
Yeah, it just.
Did you? Nope, I'm not saying anything.
Well, you're upstairs. I don't
I know.
think my voice would carry that far.
Give me a perception check, because he did yell it.
I
so-
did. Yeah, that's true.
12.
No.
Guys was in the
Here.
next room. That's the only reason I asked him.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I'll use the old Ironwood greatsword. I'll use my lockpick to see if I can get into this thing.
Dangerous. Okay, so as you pull out the sword, Flickerwick says, perhaps I can help?
Yeah. You got an idea?
Certainly. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So with a flash, he disappears.
Okay, and so now, how long am I... Okay, so are we doing this round by round?
3 minutes later, he suddenly reappears.
Okay.
And with him is a familiar-looking
Oh,
creature.
no, don't bring him along.
My fave. Did I?
So the room immediately stinks
Why,
of rotting
Chris?
fish.
I didn't see him come downstairs or anything.
Nope.
Okay, it's all good.
I hate this game.
My favorite. I know a lot of listeners really
Okay, well,
enjoy this.
in that 3 minutes, can I
Yeah.
be looking around the rest of the room then? And
Oh, for sure you can. Give me a perception check.
can I just take a 10 at this point?
I know he's one of our favorite of many listeners.
Lakak Dragma?
13.
You got a 13?
Yeah.
Okay, glancing around the room, you notice that everything is kind of accounted for. However, there are a number of pit fiend corpses in this room that you are yet to search. As are you yet to search the Dockside Devil herself.
Oh, yeah. Can I do that?
Sure. So you start to rifle
I'm so stupid.
rifle through her stuff.
I have 3 minutes, so until this stupid guy comes. Oh,
Oh yeah, we didn't do any of that last time, did we?
no, we didn't.
Yeah. Good memory.
That's what I was going to yell down.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, search the bodies.
Oh,
But
see,
that
but,
would be mitigation.
She has 5 vials on her,
okay.
Good thing we got lucky. Drogma.
2 bottles,
Oh, let me just open the loot sheet.
a Masterwork chain shirt.
So this is how many potions?
There are 5 vials
Oh, vials. Look like the same
and
type
2
of.
potions.
Look like all the vials are the same.
Vials are the same, potions are the same.
Okay.
It's poison.
A Masterwork chain shirt, a Masterwork spear, 6 daggers, each
Yeah.
one with a very lewd-looking handle.
Nice.
Voluptuous.
3 of them are beautiful women, and 3 are beautiful men.
Oh, sorry.
Of the dagger.
So one lewd, or they all? Are they
No, all
lewd?
6 of them are lewd.
Okay.
3 depicting women and 3 depicting men.
Daggers.
She has a fanciful belt that has a peculiar sheen in the light.
Yeah.
She has a belt pouch filled with some coins. And she also has a key ring.
Okay. And what's in the belt pouch?
Uh,
Belt pouch. Yeah.
the belt pouch, it has 100 gold in it.
Okay. I got that all.
You find those things and you have a key ring. So at this time, you're like, oh, a key ring. And then bam.
Yeah.
Suddenly light returns to the room. And as you glance towards Flickerwick, you smell the distinct stench of rotting fish.
Ugh.
And despite the appearance of his eidolon Miasma, you do not see Lokic Drogma.
Can you open this now, Flickerwick?
Before Flickerwick says anything, Miasma drops a large sack on the ground and opens it. And when he does, sprouting out from the sack,
I don't have time for this. I take my sword and hit
it is
the.
I,
I hit the chest.
Lokic Drogma.
I do not have time for this. We are getting chased down by. Hey, Lockett, good to see you. A minute, please. And I'm just gonna.
So he continues.
break open the chest.
As I peered betwixt the void, I had a vision that you needed me.
Whoa, is that Lokic Drogma I hear?
And so I called forth Flickerwick to assist you. It would seem...
Okay, we gotta go. So I'm gonna walk out.
I'm going to go into the study.
Perception 22. Do I hear this?
Oh, you hear Lokic for sure. He's
Like,
very
we gotta go. We can't stay here. They're after us.
Okay. So he says, worry not.
I'm not paying you to do this.
I have informed Captain Oryx, and he is bringing a contingent of his finest, most trusted minions with him. And they shall make great haste here, led by one of my many otherworldly companions.
Okay. Have a good day. Thanks for coming, I guess.
I am told that there is a lock that you cannot overcome.
Oh my goodness.
So you require my assistance.
Do you walk in to the room?
I have, yep.
I'm walking out.
Do you hand him the key ring?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna bring this upstairs. Oh, I guess I could use the key ring to open the boxes.
You'd have to stand there and try the different keys, though.
Okay, I'm gonna do
Are
that.
you gonna stand-
Yeah, while
okay.
he's monologuing.
While he's going on? Okay.
While he's monologuing, I'm
You
gonna
do
do
so.
that. How
Okay,
many
so
keys
guys,
until I
you
get
see
it?
Lokic Drogba.
How did you get here, sir?
Miasma
Don't engage him.
traveled through the void
Don't.
and arrived, and I came in a bag.
All right.
Neat.
I merely glimpse between the void, not walk there myself.
So how many keys am I at now? Now I'm like frantically trying to open
So
this thing.
as you do actually find one.
Okay,
that
great.
works.
So we have this problem in the other room. All of these people seem to be under the influence of some sort of drug, but I know nothing of such things.
Oh my!
So he inhales and he takes a smell, and then as he does that, you notice that miasma. He covers his eye holes that are spewing smoke, so he covers them, and then his tongue pops out, and it's like a forked, like a fish kind, not a fish, like a snake tongue, and he's like like tasting the air, and then they kind of like stare at each other, and then Lokic Dragma says, "Miasma has discovered what it is, and we can remove its effects. But doing so will require a ritual."
Can you go do that in the other room? I got work to do here.
So he leads. He flares his arms out, and as he does, his big pointy shoulder pads they kind of billow behind him, and he strides forth into the other room with miasma.
I step aside to let him walk by.
Okay. So miasma tries to close the door behind him.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm not in the room. I would step aside into the other room.
Sounds good. Okay, so you're Gaius and Scarlet. You guys are both now in the Dockside Devil's chamber. Lokic Dragma and Miasma, as well as Flickerwick, are in the center room where the drugged up people are. And then Kurgan,
go
you
with
were
them?
coming downstairs.
No, I'm still going to stay up.
No, they
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
apparently locked me out.
No, they didn't lock the door, but he said that you have to do it in the other room and close the door.
Yeah.
And so Miasma is being a gentleman,
Okay.
trying to close the door.
Okay.
So are you letting them do their thing?
Go with them.
I would be in the room with them. That's
Okay,
how
so
I was
you
picturing it.
you
Is
are
I'm
in the same
with
room as
with-
Flickerwick and them.
Yeah.
Okay. So Flickerwick, he starts to float his way up, and he actually heads upstairs to go where Kurgan is.
Okay.
Okay, so Lokic Dragma, he's pulled out some chalk, and he starts drawing a bizarre eldritch sigil on the ground. And as he does that, he starts to chant very very rhythmically and over the top. And as he does, Miasma starts to dance around in a circle around the weird thing he's drawing on the floor.
Well, I'm definitely going to stand off to the side so I'm not in their way.
Okay. And Miasma's going full smoke spewing at this point. His hands are off his eyes and
Yep. Trying not to
smoke
gag.
spewing everywhere. I need a fortitude, please, from you, Gaius.
I'm upstairs.
Woo.
Am I-
Nice.
am I fine
13 on the
upstairs?
dice. 20. Fortitude save
20?
total.
Oh, that's big. You're okay. Nothing to worry about.
I assume I'm fine upstairs.
Is he drugging
Yep.
them more?
He's doing a ritual is what he's doing.
Oh, I hate this guy.
But what? What? Just- Okay, so Flickerwick comes all the way up, and he approaches you, Kurgan. He says, "What? How goes this?"
I can't find a key to unlock them.
Scarlet found a key.
I'm assuming she's...
She's using it right now in her investigation. Worry not, my master is curing the people downstairs.
Excellent. And your master is...
The great Lokic Dragma, of course.
Ah, the one and only.
He nods. He floats up and down like a nod. And he says, the great Lord Miasma is with him.
Okay. Then we'll have to wait. Are you here to offer aid?
I am. What can I do to
Funny thing
assist?
is I can cast aid.
Nice. I get it. It's a good joke.
I just need to... do you have healing capabilities at all?
My abilities would not assist these people.
Okay. Well, thank you for your help. And I'm going to...
You continue about
Yes.
your business just like
Yeah.
he's doing his. And
Are any of these people freaking out at all, or...
everyone definitely seems on edge, to say the least. I mean, they're, in the midst of this, being captured, and yeah, they're not doing very good. A lot of people are asking to be freed. Some people are asking for help, get aid, or get the guards, please. You need to help us. Things of that nature. Yeah, so that's what you that's what
Okay.
you're kind of getting from everybody there. Not comfortable.
Not much I can really do about it.
Okay. Scarlet, the search continues. And this time, key in hand, you unlock the desk. So
Yes.
the first thing? Or are you doing the lockbox or the foot locker?
I was going to do the desk first. Now, I want to search it for traps before I do.
Give me a perception check.
As this is
please.
a poisonous person. So, that's a 25. That was a good roll.
That is good. Okay, you do not seem to notice
Great.
any traps.
I will open it up.
Okay. You open it. Within, you find the following.
A trap.
A tarp.
The void!
There are a total of 8 ledgers.
Oh, yes.
Do you wish to peruse them?
I do.
Okay, the ledgers, at a glance, we'll say you spend a minute browsing through them. They contain an accurate accounting of the Pit Fiend's illicit flesh trade, including pseudonyms for clients, delivery dates, and inventories acquired and sold. Are you going to continue to survey the ledgers?
Yes.
Look a little more thoroughly? Okay.
Oh, yes.
So something catches your eye. For the last 21 months, a single client has been purchasing 40 slaves every month. A shocking number compared to the others.
Okay. How many aliases?
So that's a single alias
Okay.
does 40 slaves per month for the last 21 months. And that's more than all of the other pseudonyms combined.
Okay.
So it looks like on average they go anywhere between 65 and 80 slaves per month.
And
that
what's
they're
the
selling.
name? What's the pseudonym?
It's a bizarre name. You wouldn't.
Okay.
Do you speak Infernal?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you're not sure. It's a
Okay.
bizarre written character.
Okay, so there's a single client. Is there any other patterns or anything that?
That's the only thing that you notice, but you're confident that these in the right hands could vastly debilitate the Pit Fiends.
No, for sure, and I know exactly who I'm going to give
Not
them
just
to.
not just the flesh trade, but it would debilitate their. They'd be hemorrhaging money without this, with
Cool.
what these could do. Everything that could be shut down, other businesses, other sites,
Right.
all kinds of stuff.
Okay. Now, I guess Scarlett's main thing that she would want to know about this is there anything that would direct her to her deeper delve into this flesh trade as she's been that's the whole reason she's here, and so
No, you're pretty sure that if you got these into the hands of the guard captain, you probably the flesh trade would be destroyed.
okay,
Now, as far as the pit fiends, which is that's your big goal,
yeah,
there's still a lot of work to be done.
okay,
But
okay,
this crippled
Cool.
part of their money base.
okay,
So this is big. This is a huge win
okay.
if you can get this in the hands of the guard captain.
I'm for sure going to try to get this to the guard captain. I will personally deliver this, so I will put them away.
Okay. Are you going to look at any of the other things in this room that
Yeah.
you've noticed?
Well, what else is in this drawer? Anything else?
All that's in the drawer is just some writing implements.
So same thing with the
and
Foot
that.
Locker. I'll search that.
Okay.
That's a 21. To see if there's traps,
Okay.
and
Does
I
not
will-
appear so.
I will open it.
Opening it up. Okay, within 4,000 copper pieces,
Get a shovel.
900 silver pieces, 600 gold pieces, 42 platinum pieces, 20 of which are Nexusite coins.
20 Nexusite?
Yep. Remember, it's a common currency.
Yeah.
It's like 40% of, platinum piece coinage is Nexusite coins.
Nexusite, the platinum that you can wish on.
No. Those were Taylor Rhodes's lucky
Oh,
black coins.
Those are different. Okay.
As far as you could tell, they look the exact same.
Okay.
But according to him,
Okay.
those ones were lucky.
Okay.
20 Nexusite. I got that.
20.
why you wanna
There's
place it
a
over your
sword in a sheath. There's a cloak bearing a fanciful insignia. And there is a vibrant, shining pearl.
Okay.
You recognize the insignia. It is on the shield as well as on the scabbard of the sword.
Sorry, one more time?
The insignia is on the cloak, and it's also on the scabbard of the sword.
Okay. Do I recognize it?
You do. Give me 1 second.
Is this my buddy?
It's a trio of stylized cross swords before a massive black tree.
So that's on the.
Ooh.
That's the insignia that's on the cloak, and it's also on the sheath, the scabbard of the sword.
Interesting. This is
2 cross swords over black tree.
3 stylized cross swords
3.
set over a black tree.
this has something to do with the lumber consortium, right?
So you guys recognize Scarlet sees it. You recognize it to be the insignia of House Harrowwood.
And remind me again, House Harrowwood.
They are the lords that rule over this city. They
Okay.
also control the lumber consortium. You've also met their guard captain, Dame Setsuki Nubura. And the alleged beast of Black Tree Hill had a tattered and gore-encrusted tabard bearing the insignia of House Harrowwood.
I did not remember that because that was the female on horseback we met.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
the first time we went to the tree.
Yeah.
correct.
I did not know. I didn't realize she was a knight
Yeah.
for.
And she acts as the guard captain
Okay.
for House Harrowwood.
So I'm going to make a
Okay,
note
that
here
kind of
that
tying together in my
we
head.
have to go talk to House Harrowwood now. There's some stuff going on.
You were
here.
told previously you probably wouldn't be able to speak with them,
Yes.
but you could talk to Chancellor Fitzfervian.
Yes, but now
He's also the guy that runs the lumber consortium for them.
Okay, I'm not down there right now, so
No. So
Yeah, I'm
that's what
making
you
notes
find there. And then as I also mentioned, you also noticed that there were 40 vials that were on the alchemy lab.
nothing about
all the vials the same.
Yep.
Okay.
we don't find anything about our buddy, do we? Thuvius?
Theuvius?
Any
Not a
nothing
thing.
points to Thuvius here.
No,
Hey?
nothing here.
Okay. Well, is there anything else of note for me to search in this room?
That was everything of note. There is also more of the pit fiends
I'm not
as well.
I don't know if Scarlet would care about looting pit fiends.
And you don't necessarily need to rob corpses. It's up to you.
Yeah, I don't think that's really her. But she'd want to get this. Like, she'll take the sword. What kind of sword is it? In the scabbard?
You pull the blade out. It's an exquisite, gleaming silver rapier. And as you pull the blade out of the scabbard, it illuminates the area.
Okay.
So gleaming
Oh, cool.
rapier.
The complex guard is made to resemble an elaborate tree.
Cool. Okay. The last thing that Scarlet will want to do,
You
Gaius.
also
sorry.
notice inscribed on the blade is courage of the three virtues.
Is this courage? Is this a virtue blade? It's a long
Sorry.
sword.
Courage
Of the three virtues.
of the three.
Which may,
It's inscribed on it.
it's inscribed on the blade, and that may ring true. That is something that Willem Bornello, the blacksmith, actually mentioned.
Who
Yes.
carried courage?
You don't know.
Well, we have to find out.
Well, guess what? We're gonna come. Oh, I'm not there.
No, you're not there.
I'll fill you in a minute here.
But Willem Bornello was adamant that he called them the three virtues of House Harrowwood. He even had a little story he was telling.
He did. I remember that.
because he was so into them. Because they're like a lost art, if you will. They're from like the age of Cataclysm.
So, I imagine that since there's an investigation going, now bear with me. This is going to get dark here for a second. It's okay. Our not safe for work tag is on now. So, I'm assuming that they're going to want the corpse for, like, there's been a huge investigation into this, right? So would Scarlet assume that they would want the corpse back of the Dockside Devil?
Of
Could be.
Ilsbeth.
Melina Ilspeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could
So
be. As you know, your buddy, your all-time favorite guy, Lokic Drogma, did mention
monologuing in the next room.
that he had alerted the guard captain.
Yeah, so
and
they're
they
on
were
their
coming.
way.
They were sending guys.
Okay, so Scarlet's gonna go, and she's gonna cut off some fingers
Okay. Of the Dockside Devil.
of the Dockside Devil.
Sounds good.
Penance must be paid, and so she's going to use those to fertilize the dead rose garden that was supposed to be flourishing. Nobody's in this room.
so
I was
They
gonna
don't-
say
nobody
that's a
knows
little
about
morbid.
this. No, it's
Good
not.
thing
It's-
the door's closed.
They're,
Yeah, I'm like,
it is the way that they have to pay their penance, whether they want to or not. And so,
I mean, cultists got to be cultists. That's how it goes.
my guy.
Fanatics.
I know what my guy would think about that, but I'm not there.
Good thing you're not
I'm
there.
not in that room.
hey, it's just fertilizing the soil. That's all it's
Yeah,
doing.
it's what you're fertilizing with, though. It represents.
It's not important.
But just so everyone knows, I'm not in the room.
Yeah, nobody
so
is. That was the point.
I think nothing about
Contrary
it.
to what you say, it actually sounds like it's very important to Scarlet that she does that. So
Well, I mean, she would use the body to do that, but they probably need that still. So that's why.
Just take out the whole hand.
Well, I thought of that too, but it's fine. This will work.
Okay, so Scarlet, you're wrapping up your business. Kurgan and Flickerwick, you guys are upstairs. helping with healing and whatnot as best you can. Gaius, you're still watching this bizarre ritual.
I sure am. So weird.
And it continues on for quite some time. Takes him a total of 10 minutes to do what he's doing.
Whew.
Okay, so in this time, the upstairs basically nothing's happened. Carson, Scarlet Carson, you've searched the area as you said you were.
I would have finished searching the area. I would hold my breath, open the door, walk straight through, don't even stop to see what lock.
Are you
Drago's
walking
doing.
through his chalk drawings on the floor?
No, I'll walk
Okay.
around them.
So you have to wait to follow behind Miasma as he's doing his dance.
Okay, so I'll dance with Miasma. That could be a song.
And after he kind of rounds the corner of the circle and starts to circle back, you can now leave the room.
Yeah, okay, so I will do that. While holding my breath, I will roll this if you need me to.
No, that's
But
fine.
I'm holding
it's
my
not
breath.
that long.
Okay.
Okay, you get through the double doors, close them behind you, take
Yeah,
a breath in,
yeah.
and you can now head upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, so Scarlet, she's got an armful of stuff, or I guess a bag full of stuff.
Yes.
And she also has a key ring.
Kurgan, I found this in the drawer downstairs.
Excellent.
Gaius, and I'll hand it to you, and I'll say Gaius and Lucky Drogma are downstairs trying to do a seance. I don't know what they're doing.
As soon as he says Lokic Drogma, you hear Lokic murmur on something in his weird chanting.
They're doing a midnight package down there. They're supposed to be helping people, but I don't know what's happening. So here's this. I have to do something outside.
Half price.
I will be right back. I will help you with these people in 1 minute.
Are you there, Flickerwick?
He's downstairs too.
No, he came upstairs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Look
Hello,
what
friends.
Look what I have.
Excellent. That's what we needed.
So we just need to make sure we keep them calm, okay?
Use those weird things to open with the key.
My fingers?
Yeah. It's just a ball of lights, so he doesn't really have fingers.
So I'm going to try to sense motive each one of the people to make sure they're not going to like a flight risk.
None of the crazy people are
Yeah.
going to get released. Okay.
Like I'll just
give me a sense motive, and we'll just see what.
Release the one who's foaming at the mouth.
9.
So the third person you release tries to punch you in the face and run away as fast as they can.
Excellent.
Oh. Kurgan. Oh, he hits you. Oh.
Nat 20 punches out an eye.
Hits you for 1 non-lethal damage. Bow. Gets you right in the eye. Oh.
Do you remember where I got
He tries to run
where I
away.
got 10 hit points from?
Yeah, those are from Flickerwick.
8.
He can give everybody temporary hit points.
Does that non-lethal eat up that?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this guy tries to escape, but you've only undone his hand so far, so he's just
He just falls on the floor.
he's trying to drag himself. No, I'm free. No.
So while this is
Okay,
just-
what could I do to kind of calm him down?
You can try a diplomacy check.
Sure.
Flickerwick's like, hey, calm down. We're here to save you.
6 diplomacy.
I can imagine what Kurgan's diplomacy would be with the 6. Get back into bed.
Okay, then instead, I'm going to have Fang intimidate him.
Fang.
Fang?
Who's Fang?
Not Fang.
This is new bat.
Wrong
Wrong wolf animal companion.
Wrong roof on my
That was a long time ago.
Greymane.
Not the first time he's had a wolf animal companion.
Nor the second.
No.
Probably not the third.
I got a 1 intimidate for, and I'm switching that dice.
He's rocking these rolls.
Am I still in the room while he's doing
Yeah.
this? Okay, so I will walk over.
Greymane walks over to the prisoner and starts licking him.
So I will walk over to the prisoner and I'll say, "Hey, we're here to help you. If you run out on us now, you're just gonna get murdered out there. So if you want to continue, like if you want to get safe, the sheriff is coming. Oh, Kurgan, the sheriff is coming. There is help coming.
Okay.
You need to stay here, or I will kill you myself. That's my intimidate check.
Are you serious?
No, it's no. I wouldn't say that. Then I would say
It can be an intimidate.
I will.
I just
I'll say
I want to
like
know.
I will. I'll
If
knock
flicker
you
work
out.
determines you to be telling
No,
the
no, no.
truth.
I would say I would knock you out myself if you are going.
Okay.
If you, it was for the best.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Let's get the intimidate.
No, she's not a liar, so she wouldn't kill this guy. It's 20 intimidate.
Okay, he calms down.
Okay.
Briefly. For
You
about 5
see-
minutes.
Enough
see-
for you to get him back in the bed to lock him back
Using
up
intimidate
before he starts
As
going crazy
diplomacy.
again.
That's my goal. That's how I'm going to try to play this.
Is there any food in this place?
There was food stores you guys encountered in the supply closet.
Well, I'm going to get some food out for them too.
Okay. So we'll say you guys spend the next few minutes releasing who you can that you think's going to listen. While Gaius, you're watching this bizarre ritual that Lokic Dragma and Miasma are performing. So about 10 minutes go by. And at this point, Lokic Dragma reaches a crescendo with his chants. And as he does, a thick wave of smoke suddenly fills the room. It's a bizarre blue smoke. And it sounds like the crashing of thunder, and you see streaks of lightning go through the smoke. And he says, "Yes! Beyond the void, the answers! They are there!" And then suddenly, bam! You hear a giant crashing noise, and all the smoke suddenly gets sucked up by a small pinprick of light in the middle of the room, which winks out of existence. And no sooner
Literally
does that happen
flabbergasted.
that you see everyone who had glossy over looks in their eyes are alive and active now.
In shock is what I just witnessed. Like,
They all start to,
what the heck was
what
that?
are we doing? Where am I? What happened? Some people are starting to get out of their beds.
Okay, hold on. All right. Get my wits together. That was quite the thing.
And then as soon as that happens, Lockett goes, "Oh!" And he kind of collapses down and looks like he fainted. And Miasma cradles him.
So,
You can give me a sense motive.
okay. Ooh. Oh, 19 on the dice on that sense motive. So 26?
Okay, he's faking it. He didn't collapse.
Drama queen.
That's a distraction though. Okay. All right.
Okay, so you've now readied yourself.
Yep. So I'll address the room.
Okay.
People, you have just been through a horrific event. I need you to remain calm as we gather and leave this place together.
Okay, you did a diplomacy check.
Not as good as that 19. All right, that's a 12 plus the 7, so 19 on my diplomacy.
Okay. Everyone kind of calms themselves, and while they do appear to be on edge or frightened or sobbing, they kind of calm themselves and they begin to accompany you as you lead them out.
Yeah, I'll please take a moment, check to make sure that you're capable of walking. We will assist anyone who needs help.
There are two people that don't think they can walk.
Okay. I will try to help out one, and I'll see if one of the others will be able to help out the other one.
Okay, so as you do that, Lokic, you see Miasma kind of is waving over his face like to give him air, and then he kind of pops up. Oh, I've returned from beyond the void, and then Miasma helps him up.
Lockett, would Miasma be able to help this?
So he nods and holds a hand out. And he says, "Yes. Miasma, assist these innocents. I shall be fine."
Thank you.
And then he pulls out a over-the-top bejeweled staff And he starts to lean on that heavily as he makes his way upstairs.
And then
Miasma walks over and just picks up one of the people, like picks them up on their wedding day, kind of thing. Just
I won't be that dramatic. I will help them
and they're,
walk.
they're kind of like, oh my god, by both the sight and sound and smell of this thing, but it's helping them nonetheless. So you all start to make your way upstairs.
Yeah.
So at this point, Scarlet, Carson, and Kurgan, you've identified who you can help. You've gotten them out. You've started to hand out food and water to people, make sure they're all waiting. And Flickerwick suddenly flickers down in brightness, and he suddenly vanishes. And within moments, you see him suddenly reappear, and he says, "It seems the guard is here."
Sense motive.
Sure.
Uh, 26.
Yeah, he seems to be telling the truth.
Okay. So Scarlet will she'll like sword in hand still. She'll kind of like peek out the door. Is there like a bunch of bows trained on the door? Or?
So as you look out, you notice that there's a large contingent of guards approaching, and at the center, Captain Hosk Oryx himself.
Oh, he came. Okay. So
And walking beside them is an unfamiliar creature.
Is it from the void?
No, it's not from the void. Well, maybe it is. This canine-headed humanoid's well-groomed appearance and polished greatsword show it to be more than a common beast. Do you have a knowledge planes, Scarlet?
I do actually. I'm not great at it, but I do know. Oh, I rolled a natural 20. 22.
You know that is a hound archon.
Oh, interesting.
They are the disciplined soldiers and sentinels of the archon ranks.
Cool. Why do these guys all hang out with this guy?
It's a good question.
As a fellow Celestial, I would really like to know. I mean, I'm only partially Celestial, but
You don't find him magnetic?
No.
His personality?
not at all.
Lucky Drogma? He's not... Doesn't just draw you in?
No.
Who knows? Who knows? So this Hound Archon is leading Captain Hosk forward. And from what you can tell, they seem to have a rapport, the two of them.
Yeah, okay.
And you see them quickly approaching. So the first two on the scene are this Hound Archon and Captain Hosk Oryx.
Okay. So I will.
They quickly throw the door open. They approach. He directs some of his soldiers, go around, hold the perimeter, make sure no one comes in. I want to know the second the pit fiends are on their way here. We're not letting a single one of them get out of here.
I will greet him, Captain Hosk Oryx, and I'll put my sword away. And I'll say, my companions are, with the help of one of your old companions, are tending to the needs of the people that are here. As far as we can tell, all of the slaves that are currently here are alive and at least alive.
When I heard from Mandrill that you were on some time-sensitive mission, I didn't imagine it'd be something like this. Luckily, Lockik was able to send Flickerwick to go keep an eye on you.
I apologize for keeping you in the dark.
It's understandable. When it comes to the pit fiends, you never know who to trust. I'm glad you didn't try and send me a message directly. Instead, it seems like we've had pretty good success. So, did you encounter her? Did she get away? The Dockside Devil?
She is laying in her room downstairs.
Alive or dead?
No, she is dead.
Well, maybe we can still find something by scouring the scene. That better she be gone and off the board completely.
So Scarlet will say, I have some very important information to give you.
Okay, so he gives a nod and he says, well, you, me, and you too. Let's head downstairs. I'll have guards look after everybody up here. And so he calls attention to one of the other guards, and they quickly start to spread out, and they start to administer healing, and they have a number of large wagons. They're helping to load people into the wagons, as well as one that they're collecting corpses and stuff with.
Okay.
So he takes you guys, you take me to the Devil's Den.
Okay. So we'll take him downstairs.
And I need to see her corpse.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you guys make your way downstairs, revealing the site, and he looks around, and he's got a look on his face like this is the horrors down here is about what he expected to find. So when he takes you to see the Dockside Devil, he walks over, kind of uses his boot to flip her corpse over, and he gives a nod. Good.
And are we alone with the Hound Archon is here? And
No, he's upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Flickerwick is upstairs.
Okay.
It's just the guard captain, Scarlet, Gaius, Kurgan, and Greymane.
Okay, so
no one else is down here.
I will produce the manifestos,
The ledgers?
the ledgers, and I will say I have looked through these a little bit. I apologize for tampering with evidence, but I did need to know. So she will hand them over to him.
So he nods, and he heads over to the desk and puts them down and starts to look at them briefly. And after about a minute, he says, "Oh, you know what you found here? We can use this. If we move fast, I could probably have a dozen buildings under their control seized and shut down,
Now,
and an equal amount of businesses that they're using as fronts."
are you ready to start an outright war with this gang?
The war is already on. And this isn't going to be enough to make them... This will cripple their organization for now, but I'm sure their leader, Longarm, would rather spend her time rebuilding what was lost and putting a new lieutenant in place than coming after us directly. As far as you three, I'll do my absolute best to make sure that this goes down on the books as a operation run by the guard. I'm going to do my best to keep your names out of it. If that's what you want, but that's what I would suggest.
Yes, I would like that.
And you? And he looks at the other two. I imagine at this point, if one of your names is out in public, all of you might as well be.
Of course.
May I interject? Mr. Bainbridge, perhaps you could claim this for your order if you would like to get maybe back into the not spotlight, but if you would like to maybe bring some respect back to your order, perhaps you can use this as a bit of a PR campaign in conjunction with the guard. The Risen Phoenix. No, you're not the Phoenix, are you?
No, but that's fine. My order's in no position to be reforged at this moment.
Very good then.
And although I have nothing, I don't personally feel like I have anything to fear from having my name attached to this operation. If Scarlet wishes to maintain some sort of
Anonymity.
Anonymity?
That's a
Anonym-
terrible word.
I know, it's
Yeah.
so hard to pronounce without getting your tongue all bad. Nah. If she prefers her secrecy for her, whatever her reasons are, then it is probably for the best that we all remain undisclosed.
So he gives a nod. So I suggest how we move forward. The three of you discreetly make your way out of here. Rest and recover. Tomorrow, maybe check in with your friend, Matthias. See how he's doing. My understanding that he's recovering okay right now. And as a thank you, I'd like to hold a small dinner party to thank you for what you've done.
Last time we tried to do that, Chainbreakers was burning.
Oh. Well, I was going to have my friend Fitz host it for you.
Who's Fitz again?
Chancellor Fitz,
Fitz Fervian, the Chancellor of High Castle.
the guy that we need to talk to.
Oh.
No, it would be our honor to accept such an invitation.
I'm sure he would like to thank you personally for what you've done. I'll also have my other friend, Gallia, come as well. Is there anyone you would like me to extend the invitation to? You're all welcome to bring up to one guest each.
Wallace, is there a guest you would like to bring to this hoity-toity party?
Sorry.
Greymane.
So he says you're all welcome to bring one guest yourself, and of course your companions will be well looked after. Your creature companions. But if there's anyone you would like me to invite on your behalf, I would be honored to do so.
Well, both merchants, Lockig Drogma and Ellie Spears were invaluable in our success today, as was the blacksmith
Willem Bornello.
Willem Brunello.
He nods. He says, well, I'd have no issues with them being brought as your guests.
Our plus ones.
I'll inform Lockig, and I'll allow you to inform the other two at your leisure.
And when is this happening?
Tomorrow night.
Well, this is the wee hours of the morning, is it?
Yeah, this is the wee hours of the morning.
So it'll be the next day after night.
Yeah, so the third.
Okay.
Davern third.
So we're on the second. We're on the early morning of the
Yeah,
second.
today,
right now.
after you sleep and wake up, it'll be the second.
Okay.
Yeah, so he says on the third.
Very good. We also, and so Scarlet will, because we're still alone in here, Scarlet says, I did find something else. And she'll pull out courage.
So he looks at it. That's got to be a replica.
Could be. I would like to return this to the Chancellor.
There's no way the Pitfiends would have got their hand on that.
That's what I was thinking.
That's the sword of Marius Harrowwood. It's a replica. There's no way.
So, can I detect magic on it?
Sure.
Does it radiate magic?
It does, yes.
Okay. Okay.
How would one go about recognizing it as the authentic sword?
Why, suppose you could ask Marius Harrowwood, unless you knew someone who could appraise it. But it's got to be a replica. That's got to be a fake.
We'll go see Willem.
I won't even say that.
Okay. So I will. Okay. Thank you, Captain. I think we should do as you say and leave this place discreetly. Gentlemen, do you have any other business to conduct?
As long as all the captives are taken care of, that's all my
You
worry.
nuts? Okay, so with that, you make your way out.
So on our way out,
Yep.
is there a dead rose garden around in the front of the building here?
No, not in the. Not,
Or where is
Find a
it?
den.
Where is their garden supposed to be?
well, as I mentioned previously, this is a clandestine part of the group, so you wouldn't have given it to them,
Okay. Where is their rose garden?
right? Because that's not something that
Yeah, that's true.
you can't threaten a group like
No,
that
that's
you
true.
don't like. You know what I mean? Like they're not. It's not like you knew where they were operating out of.
Yeah, they could. That's true. There would be a garden somewhere, but it might not even be in this city.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Would somebody in your organization know where it was placed?
Probably.
We'll say that there's
it's probably not even.
there
in
was
this
probably
city.
no, there was probably some some roses planted near the square or something
Right,
like that.
and the whole purpose
And
is
the intent was that if they were growing, then
Yes.
you knew that they were repentant.
exactly.
So yeah, it's not like they're going to have one on their property.
Yeah,
but it
okay.
would have been put in a public space that anyone could have seen if they were
Okay.
tending to it or not.
Okay.
So we'll say that it's in a square.
Okay.
In the city.
Okay.
And they'll be dead.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That just fixes my backstory. That's all. My poor writing.
No, you have a really cool backstory. It's just not everyone
Yeah, no,
follows
that
the
makes
rules.
sense. That
of
totally makes sense.
your organization. Not all the bad guys have to follow your rules. So
That's why we came.
that's
here.
why you have a public spot that you put it in.
Yeah,
and
I like
then
that.
You let it know through lower rank guys what they need to do.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. That's good.
Okay.
Seems like the bad guys not following the rules will just rile them up even more.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Yeah.
So I take it you're all going to head back to Thuvius' house, your base.
Yeah.
Actually,
The rest.
I was thinking since you showed us this fancy little sword, maybe
Midnight drop in at Willem's house.
midnight drop in at Williams' house.
This would be like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him in a furry thong.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait. Like if we go there, I'm okay with that.
You got a whole day. You can go tomorrow.
Yeah.
Can we go tomorrow? I really
Yes.
need to sleep.
I concur.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Sounds
so
good.
you head back to Thuvius' house, and you all get some well-needed rest. The night goes by with relative no issues.
Other than the night terrors.
Yeah.
What? No firebombs?
No fire bombs, nothing like that.
Not
You rest and recover. Some of you healing any ability damage you might be suffering from, recovering some health, recovering your abilities back. The next day, let's say in the morning, you head out to go see Willem Bornello.
Davrin the third.
Davrin,
No, the
second.
second.
There's going to be on Davrin third is when the party's going to be.
Spells back.
Well, dinner.
I got my spells back. Both of them.
Going to a fancy dinner, we're going to have to find ourselves in an emergency tailor.
Okay, so you make your way to go see Willem Bornello. So the sound of the forge is active as always. You see a little bit of smoke coming from it, as usual. Nothing out of the ordinary there. And as you approach, you see a familiar face. That of Willem Bornello, hammering away. Clang, clang, clang.
I'm going to give a nod to him. Good morning.
Oh, Kurgan, it's good to see you again. You bring me any more ironwood, Scarlet?
Not today, sir.
too bad.
Unfortunately, I'm working on it.
I think we found something. It's too good to be true, but we'll see.
Well, enough of the foreplay. Let's see it.
Show him just the tip.
So I pull out this. I pull it. I whip it out.
Okay, so you produce the fanciful looking
Yep.
sword in the scabbard,
Yeah.
and he says, "Oh, no way, no way!" And he puts his stuff down that he was holding, and he comes around to your side.
We were told it's probably a fake.
Okay, let's take this into the house.
All right then.
Or sorry, let's take this into the showroom. He says.
All right then.
So he leads you into his house, unlocks the front door, lets you in, And then he takes you to a glass case where he has some things on display. And he puts down a thick, crushed velvet, like
I know
sheet.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's
He's like, okay, put it down.
It's like rigid, right?
Yeah. And then he goes under his desk and he produces 2 pristine white gloves and he puts them on.
Really?
Put that baby down here.
So I do.
Okay, so when you do, he pulls it out and he starts to survey it. And it takes him about 5 minutes or so. He said, I didn't believe it. This isn't a fake. This is the Dawn brand.
Oh, I thought it was a
The
different
courage of the 3 virtues.
Oh, Dawn brand.
What?
One of the 3 brother swords.
Dawn, like DAWN.
He nods. He says, this is known as the Dawn brand.
Oh, that was me asking you a spelling.
Oh, yeah. Dawn, D-A-W-N brand.
Not D-O-N.
The 3 virtues are a trio of magical swords wielded by the former patriarch of House Harrowwood, Talvanius, and his younger brothers, Jonath and Samwin, during the Age of Cataclysm. And they were used to battle the shadowed legions of Ziranoth. Together, they were renowned as the 3 virtues of House Harrowwood, each blade representing one aspect of each of the brothers. Nobility, courage, and justice. This is the courage of the 3 virtues, the Dawn brand itself.
How is that possible?
My understanding is Marius Harrowwood was the wielder, the keeper of this blade.
Has Marius been seen lately?
He's a lord of Harrowwood. I wouldn't attend functions he hosts, but I imagine so. There's been no word saying otherwise. So he appraises the blade for you. The gleaming silver blade of this exquisite +1 mithril rapier produces a vibrant radiance equivalent to the light spell, while the complex guard is made to resemble an elaborate tree. The length of the blade is inscribed with courage of the 3 virtues, marking it as one of 3 brothers. 3 times per day on command, the wielder can generate an effect equivalent to the bless spell. And this sword has a caster level of 6. So 3 times per day for 6 minutes, you get bless when you use it.
Unfortunately, it's a rapier.
Okay.
Can you use a rapier?
Yeah. And he also
Would
tells
you
you
use a
that this sword is inherently holy.
So it counts
No?
as good?
It's a good
Good aligned
aligned item. And therefore any damage it deals counts as good.
This
That's impressive.
You know, he says this is the Dawn brand. This is unbelievable. I can't believe you got this.
So we kind of look at each other. This is me gauging the group as we should tell him where you found it.
Oh,
I assume we
the weapon has an owner. We should see about returning it.
Yeah.
I would say you want to talk to the Chancellor, Fitzfervian.
Yeah.
He's probably your best
So
bet.
about that.
That'll be your only way to get an intermediary to speak with the Harrowwoods.
About that.
Nobility like that just doesn't deal with any riffraff.
Apparently they do, because you're invited to a party tomorrow.
What? I don't get invited to parties.
Well, you're invited now.
What party?
The Chancellor. So Captain Hosk Oryx is going to have a banquet in our honor, and we have decided that you should come.
For helping us.
Oh,
You're instrumental.
well, great. I'm sure they'll have rich, high-class food there.
There'll be dainties.
Maybe
I'm
some
sure.
desserts,
Yeah.
dainties?
Some teas you
Possibly
probably never
some
had.
honeyed wines. That sounds good. When is it?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, and where is it being held?
Great question.
He told you his friend. He was going to have his friend
Oh, right.
Fitzfervian
At
host it.
Fitz's house.
Oh, at the his manor.
Yeah.
Oh, well, la di da.
Yeah. Right?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
to get something a little fancier to wear, I guess.
You and me both. Well,
You know what? He looks you up and down. Yeah, I got a place we can both get something Real nice.
Excellent. Is this like Dumb and Dumber suits?
Oh, I'm going to take you to the guy I get most of my clothes from normally. He's got some nice furs that'll look great on us.
Excellent.
Okay, so
Yeah, so he says that's the Dawn brand.
well, I will put it back in its scabbard, and I will hand it over to Gaius and say, "Would you guard this blade until we can return it to its owner?"
I'll do that for you.
Thank you.
So you put the Dawn brand on your hip.
Yeah, I'll strap it to my belt, make sure it's nice and secure.
Okay, so he gives you guys a nod and says, "Well, if guess we got to go get some new outfits, me and you."
Okay, great.
Actually, we also have one more other piece.
Oh yeah.
We're going to show him the cloak.
Okay, so he looks at it and he says, "Oh, this is also from House Harrowwood."
Is it real?
He nods. It is. Although this probably belonged to one of their higher up soldiers or maybe a distant relative or something. Not something I'm aware that one of either the father or any of them use currently.
Is it magical?
It is. And so he tells you that's a +1 shield cloak.
Cool.
And it's kind of like it's like a
weapon
shoulder cape.
A great sword.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought it's a bastard sword.
You know, it's one of those capes that like goes over like a half shoulder kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's got the fancy seal on it.
That's cool.
Honestly, I like one of my favorite items in the game.
Yeah.
Boom.
I'm actually
shield.
going to put dibs on that, if anyone's in mind. Especially, if it's nothing important, we're not even going to bother. I assume we're ingredients. We're not going to give this back to or we want to.
Well, I mean, I would try to return it to its rightful owner.
There's no
Okay,
harm
but-
in you wearing it
Yeah,
around for now.
yeah,
and using it.
exactly.
Okay, I'll do that then.
But if they
I'm just so used to getting gear and using it.
No, I know. I know. I'm trying to play differently.
No, but it'd be a nice effect if you had like a folded cloak with the sword presented to.
Oh, for sure. That's what I'm
I
saying.
can just have
like,
the imagery of that.
like
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Is Scarlet would definitely be interested. in
So I got one other thing. I'm going to show him the vibrant shining pearl.
Okay, so he looks at it for a little bit. And after a minute or two, he says, "Oh, this is a pearl of power, level 1.
Excellent.
Not something I would use, but any spellcasters that prepare their spells, that'd be useful for." So he
Exactly.
so after he does that, he says, "Oh, wait a moment."
waiting.
He says, "Do you hear that?"
do I?
It's a dainty time.
27.
9.
13 on the dice for a total of 15.
Nope, not for you.
9.
Nope.
27.
Okay, you hear a slight humming coming from your sheathed sword.
So that's the weapon
The
you got
greatsword?
made.
That's the Ironwood Greatsword. So Willem says, "Do you hear that?"
I hear that.
And so he says, "Your blade,
It's
I
talking.
believe it's speaking to us.
What is it saying?
It has earned a name." And so he asked to see it.
So I'll pull it out.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so he looks at it and he puts it on the table and he starts to feel the length and he's like, "Yes. This sword, this is a Cordian blade made in the style. It has chosen its name, for you have done something to earn it." And so he passes his hands over the blade and he says something in an unusual language. A harsh but rhythmic tone. And no sooner does he that runes appear along the length of the blade, reading the Devil's Thorn.
Ooh. Ooh, that's good.
I like it.
The Devil's Thorn in Celestial.
No, in Cordian.
Cool. Oh, and Cordian? I don't read Cordian. I'm like,
But that's what it
what does
says.
this say?
He says it's the Devil's Thorn. It has earned its name. Well done.
I will thrust it into more sides. Thorn in my side. Do you get it?
Okay, so
that's a good
I
name, Chris.
believe that was a Masterwork quality sword before?
Yes, it was a masterwork quality
Okay.
sword.
As per any Cordian blade that's earned its name, it is now a +1 weapon.
Woo, baby!
Very nice.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's sick.
The sheath is anything special for the rapier, correct?
Nope, it's just a nice sheath.
+1. Now we're talking. Thank you, Willem.
So
I didn't do anything. You must have done it.
No.
Whatever you did,
Couldn't have been me.
you've got a heart of a Cordian warrior beating in that chest of yours. Otherwise, the sword would not have come up with its name.
That's cool.
that is cool.
Okay, so with that, he says, well, gonna have to take a little bit of time off here. Do you want to meet me at midday, Kurgan, and we'll go buy some suits?
Oh, you know it.
Okay. Excellent. I'm looking forward to this.
I don't know.
Every
if I
banquet
am.
I've ever been to, every banquet I've ever heard of, they have more food than you can imagine.
The only banquet I've ever been
I'm going to
part
bring a
of.
bag for take home.
The only banquet I've been a part of is something in the forest.
So with that, you leave Willem's place with the plan to come back. Next, you head towards Elodie's place, hoping to extend her invitation.
I'll put my garbage bag on.
Put your garbage bag on.
I'll go to knock on the front door.
Are you sure you're not gonna? As soon as you open it up,
So as you approach,
just
I'll take a
roll my-
reflex save from everybody.
Do I get a
Every
bonus
time.
again?
You got your garbage bag
Yeah, I
outfit?
got my garbage bag
Okay.
outfit.
All right. I'm prepared for this time. 18 on the dice.
21.
22 in total.
21.
21, 22,
17.
17. Okay.
I should get some sort of trait
As you
for a
approach-
goblin.
Oh wait, Greymane. Poor Greymane. 9.
Okay. As you approach, you see a glowing vat of fluid spill its contents across the front of the street, completely engulfing Greymane. And you hear Elodie call out, "Look out!" But what did she toss at Greymane? Has she finally learned her lesson? Will those citations finally catch up to her and affect her financially? Will she go with you to this party? And what will Chancellor Fitzfervian have to say when presented with the Dawn brand, the courage of the three virtues? All this and more next time on Barely Adequate, where we aren't that good at this,
And
you
you
don't have to be either.
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 Mike's
Chick, been
over
around.
here.
Chick, been around.
Devil's
The mic.
Throne.
Thorn.
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 Thorn in your throat.
Devil's throne.
Thorn.
You're back.